Todd, you got it. Well, New York State is under a full ban on burning brush. Now, the ban is in effect this spring despite a wet winter and spring.
A small fire can turn into a big problem in almost no time. David Morales with the Gettsville Fire Company in Amherst joins us now to talk more about this. Thank you very much for coming in. It's a pleasure to have you.
Thanks for having me, guys.
So this is a ban. It's in effect for 2 months until May 14th. For those who don't know, what is this burn ban?
A burn ban happens in New York State every year since about 2009, I believe. Basically what it is when the winter, kind of the snow melts, that layer of snow actually was an insulator. So any leaves that were left over did not properly break down. So they were preserved through the winter. They're drying out right now. With the lack of green vegetation in the area, there's going to be a lot more heightened risk factors for wildfires to happen. So primarily this is in place to prevent wildfires from happening.
And of course, as we get into the warmer days, the warmer months here, a lot of people, they're going to want to go outside and of course experience the outdoors, maybe have a campfire, maybe go out into the patio, things like that. What is your recommendation to folks to do so safely if they're going to be around fire?
There are types of fires that are permissible under the burn ban. One being small campfires that are contained in like a fire pit, something like that. Others are small cooking fires. Anything where you're burning brush, that's where that's going to be illegal. You could also face a fine if you are caught doing that. They're pretty excessive in the amounts of money, but that's designed to make sure that people don't break those bans.
I'm glad you clarified clarified that for us. And we're talking, things like old foliage, mulch, right? I mean, I know
brought some
in with you to show us that. I mean, when you see these fires, just how quickly does it take for them to spread?
It doesn't take much. So when you really look at the leaves, you would think, okay, it's a little leaf, it's going to burn. These things burn very fast. It doesn't take much fire, and it doesn't take a lot to spread. So if you're losing control of a fire in your backyard, it can only take a matter of seconds. And with what Todd was talking about just now with some heightened winds, if you get some burning embers, the wind can carry that into other places, maybe a neighbor's backyard, maybe across the street. This can get out of control very, very quickly. I know he also talked about there being rain, but it doesn't take much sun to dry these leaves out because they're very lightweight. It doesn't take much to dry them out, it doesn't take much to light them on fire.
And there are penalties associated, right, with going against the burn ban. Can you talk more about some of those penalties and the enforcement behind them? You could have local and state authorities after you.
Exactly. If you, the DEC manages to get a hold of you, which don't press your luck, but there could be ranges of fines going up into hundreds of dollars. And if you're a repeat offender, there could also be some jail time involved.
Wow. Just based off of, your years, how many of these, debris-related fires have you seen during burn bans over the years?
Off the top of my head, I couldn't tell you an exact number, but this time of year, we do see a larger amount of those fires. There was an image that was shown on the screen that wasn't necessarily due to a brush burning incident, but that was just mulch and brush and debris on the ground that had caught fire, and it spread to the house very, very quickly. And so the image you're looking right there, we had that last week. It was just a small moment and a little bit of fire that spread, and it started spreading into this person's house. So it really doesn't take much. That's the number one thing we want to talk about. Doesn't take much. You want to be vigilant. You don't want to press your luck. Just wait until the burn ban is lifted in the middle of May.
So that was going to be actually my next question. The middle of May, is there a circumstance in which it could actually be extended, or does that depend on the conditions?
Burn bans have been lifted early. They've also been extended later. It's mainly dependent upon the weather conditions that are going on right now. Different parts of New York State are at different heightened awarenesses. There are parts of Erie County right now that are moderate. There are some that are on the lower side. Downstate is where you tend to see the higher risks. Doesn't mean, hey, we're in the green, doesn't mean we're going to burn. They're going to lift the burn ban when they feel that it's safe to do so. Until then, please no brush fires or burning debris.
Absolutely. Certainly a lot of very important reminders here. Great conversation. David Morales, thank you so much. It's always a pleasure to have you in for your insight.
You can have some leaves if you want.
How generous.
All right. Thanks, David.